week. So there's one thing I'd like to talk about before we go. Oh, halal and kosher. It's kind of been in the news again here in the UK. The RSPCA have called for a ban on non-stun slaughter, saying it causes unnecessary suffering. One thing that caught my attention with this when the Daily Express tweeted it, because they're the ones that ran with the story, the picture of the slaughtered animals they showed were pigs, which really confused the shit out of me, because the people that don't stun animals before they slaughter them aren't renowned for eating pigs. I do believe the Jews and the Muslims aren't terribly keen on them. But what they do like is for the animal to suffer huge pain as it makes its way to their plate. Now, I once said, well, it turns out that, like 40 to 60% of halal meat is stunned, so that's better. But then I find out it's not quite like that. They have something called reversible stunning. They'll give the animal the lightest of touches with the wands, with the electricity in them, that will incapacitate them while they can get them chained up. But they're usually compos mentis, when someone whispers a prayer in their ear and then cuts their neck from ear to ear. That actually rhymed. Wow. Poetry. See? Fucking culture on this show.
It's beautiful, man.
You fucking learn shit, man. That'll bring a tear to your eye.
Made my balls tingle.
Just a little.
Oh, it was quite a lot, actually, if I'm honest.
Oh, that's good. If you're really good, I'll do a vodcast down the mic after.
Oh.
Now, every time I talk about this, I'm a racist, I'm an anti-Semite, I'm an Islamophobe, but here's the simple fact. I support your right to believe in whatever fucking angry sky genie you choose. I couldn't give a flying fuck what you believe in. Believe in it and be fucking happy. Just don't bother me with it, and certainly don't torture animals to fucking death. And the argument I'm sick of hearing here is, well, you're a hypocrite if you eat meat. No, I'm not. Because I like to think that although it's millions of miles from perfect, every year we just improve that little bit. It gets a little bit. We try. We have some of the most stringent rules in the EU. We go above and beyond EU regulation, and we keep pushing. Webcams and recording facilities in every slaughterhouse. More prosecutions. We're doing what we can do to improve it. Yes, there will be people out there that still get a small chubby every time they kill an animal. Can't help that. Where else do you think these people are going to end up? It's either that or they're driving trucks and killing prostitutes. So, one thing or the other. But this is the fucking deal. Animals, if you're going to eat those fuckers, you should be using a captive bolt gun to put them to death instantly, or at least render them fucking brain dead before you cut the throat. And all the arguments are utter fucking bullshit. Well, a few Muslim guys were telling me that I was ill-educated because apparently sheep and cows have different nervous systems to other animals, and when you cut them across there like that, they die instantly. All the nerves shut down. I tried to explain that all the nerves run through the fucking spinal cord that they're not allowed to cut. But apparently biology is stupid. Well, your bolt gun sounds cruel. Given the option, given the fucking choice of having a bolt fired into your head really, really fast, causing massive brain damage at best, or just having your throat open up so you can make all them fucking gurgly noises for a few minutes, which would you fucking choose? I'm going to imagine the majority of you would choose the bolt gun. We've moved on too far. I don't have to respect your religion to the point that I can condone killing, causing unnecessary suffering to anything for your fucking religion. If I say that Spain is a third world fucking country for still having bullfighting and running of the bulls, and I do quite frequently, I'm certainly going to say it's fucking barbaric of Jews and Muslims to insist that their animals die fucking slowly. Do you know what? I know that's what the rules said 5,000 fucking years ago, whenever these books were fucking written, okay? I get that. But a lot of shit's changed since then. We don't burn witches. We don't stone them to fucking death. Stoning still does happen in some parts of the world. But generally in the West, we shun those kind of activities. You can move on. You know, I mean, what is it in the Old Testament? Is it you should be put to death if you mix the fibres in your clothing, cotton and something else? I don't think that happens very often now. So maybe there can be a little leeway with the meat. Maybe 5,000 years ago in the fucking desert where everything went off really fucking fast, it was important to do things this way and there was no technology to do it any other way. Things have changed. Things have improved. That's why you have televisions, smartphones, all that shit. That's why you've got that. Cars. Things have moved on. We've improved since then. You're not even encouraged to beat your wife, regardless of the diameter of the stick that you use. We've moved the fuck on. So we need to move on. I was told that I was an anti-Semite looking to starve Jews. I'm sorry, if that's all you can fucking eat, you're going to starve. You know, if you refuse to eat anything that hasn't died fucking slowly, fuck off somewhere else and do it. I don't give a fuck what your religion is, what your creed, what your colour is. A cunt is a cunt. And if you won't accept that nothing should die slowly just so you can eat it, according to words written by some bloke 5,000 fucking years ago in a set of rules that probably were linked to hygiene and all that stuff back in those days. Move on. Move the fuck on. Because at the end of it, whether you like it or not, religion is a personal delusion that you have chosen. Nothing more. And if it gives you faith and comfort and happiness now, that's great. But it shouldn't give you a right to inflict shit on anything else. In the name of something that isn't fucking proven. And is frankly, ropey old bollocks. Alright? Ropey old fucking bollocks. So I think we should ban halal and kosher slaughter in the UK. I just think we should. Simple as that. Import the meat from somewhere else if that's what you want to eat.
Aphid disagrees. He says that God wants animals to die slow and Jesus wants you to be well armed. So there we go.
I do know that Jesus was a proponent for extended magazines.
Yes.
That's for sure. Turn the other cheek. It's only so we can put another fucking bullet in.
Yeah.
That blonde-haired, blue-eyed motherfucker from Israel.
Yeah. I convinced someone once that I thought that Jesus came from Oxford, and it really, really annoyed her, and I just kept going with it. I mean, obviously, I don't think that, but but she thought that I thought that, and it killed her. It killed her, and I went so hard on it. I hope to this day she still tells people about that bloody idiot. Fuck her.
I saw something interesting from a trade union conference where they agreed to recognise the state of Palestine and suspend all deals with Israel and things like that. And it's just while we're on the topic of religion, I guess. And again, at the risk of Gaydon Jewett making another fucking shill video about me on YouTube, I have to wonder why we're so picky about the regimes we don't like. Because they said no more arms sales to Israel. It's oppressing the Palestinians. They didn't say anything about arms sales to Saudi where they're bombing the shit out of the Yemenis, though. Didn't say a fucking word. Now, I don't want to do whataboutery here, but, you know, I think it's not... Arms sales to regimes you disagree with doesn't have to be specific. I think it can be a blanket sort of situation. I don't know. But yeah, this trade union were right behind it. And I think a couple of towns have recognised Palestine as a state now. I don't think Israel gives a fuck. I'm going to be honest.
No.
You know, like, Burnley recognises Palestine.
Well,
I don't think it was Burnley, by the way. I've forgotten which town it was, but
when Burnley starts firing rockets at kids on the beach, then I'm sure Israel will take notice. Until then, they can just be like, all right, cool, yeah, whatever.
You recognise a way.
You recognise whoever you want, mate.
Yeah, you just fill your fucking boot.